Welcome to Personal Finance Deep Dives, where we help you make your money work for you. All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We're putting you in the hot seat. I've got a quick little quiz lined up to test your money smarts, your financial IQ, if you will. So, think you're a genius with your cash? Well, let's find out.
So let me just ask you straight up. Are you a financial genius? Or maybe a little fuzzy on the fundamentals? Hey, don't worry either way. By the end of this explainer, you're going to have a crystal clear picture of where you stand and exactly what you need to focus on next.
But before we jump into the first question, let's get on the same page. What exactly is financial literacy? It's one of those terms that gets thrown around all the time, but what it really means is actually pretty simple.
Think of it less like something you read in a textbook and more like your own personal financial superpower. It's really just the ability to confidently make smart, informed decisions with your money. It's not about memorizing stock symbols. It's about having the practical skills to build a life you actually want.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Round one is the budgeting brain buster. This first question gets right to the heart of it all, the absolute bedrock of your financial security. Let's see how you do. So for life's inevitable surprises, that rainy day, how much should you have saved up in an emergency fund? Is it A, 1 month of living expenses, B, 3 to 6 months, or C, a full year? Go ahead, lock in your answer.
And the correct answer is B, 3 to 6 months. Hey, if you got that right, fantastic job. This is that financial safety net that just about every expert agrees is essential to keep you on your feet when life throws you a curveball.
But why is this so critical? Well, think of this fund as your financial shock absorber. It's the one thing that stops a surprise medical bill or a sudden job loss from turning into a total catastrophe. One that forces you into some nasty high-interest debt. Ultimately, it's not just about the money. It's about having the stability and peace of mind to make clear-headed decisions. That brings us to our first takeaway. A well-stocked emergency fund isn't just a nice-to-have. Nope. It is the absolute foundation of your financial health and a non-negotiable sign that you are truly financially literate. Feeling pretty good so far? Let's see how you handle round two. We are diving into a topic that makes a lot of people, well, a little nervous. Debt. Welcome to the Debt Decoder. All right, here's a classic piece of financial advice you've probably heard a million times. True or false? Using a debit card is always a better choice than using a credit card. I mean, it seems obvious, right? But the truth, it's a little more complicated than that.
And the answer is a big, resounding false. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait, credit cards are dangerous, and you're right. They absolutely can be. But financially savvy people understand they can also be incredibly powerful tools. The secret is knowing that not all debt is created equal.
This right here is the crucial difference. You've got good debt, which is borrowing to buy something that can grow in value or improve your financial future, like a mortgage for a home. And then there's bad debt. That's for stuff that loses value the second you buy it. The first kind builds your net worth. The second kind, well, it destroys it. Mastering this distinction is absolutely key. And this builds on that idea perfectly. When you use them responsibly, and that means paying them off in full every single month, credit cards become a strategic tool. As you can see, they help build your credit score. They can give you awesome rewards like cash back, and they offer crucial fraud protections that your debit card just can't match. That brings us to our next takeaway. Financially literate people don't just fear debt, they understand how to make it work for them, not against them. They use credit strategically to build wealth. If this explainer is providing you value, please like, share, and subscribe to help our channel. Thank you so much.
All right, it is time for the final round, and we're definitely kicking it up a notch. Welcome to the Investing IQ Test. This is where we stop talking about protecting your money and start talking about actively growing it.
Let's do a little bit of math. You invest $100 and it earns a guaranteed 10% return every year. After 2 years, how much money do you have? Is it A, $120, B, $121, or C, $200? If you answered B, $121, you are absolutely correct. But wait, why isn't it the simple $120?
Well, that extra dollar comes from what might be the most powerful force in all of finance: compound interest. Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world.
Put simply, compound interest is earning interest on your interest. In year 1, your $100 earns $10. But in year 2, you're not just earning interest on the original 100 anymore. Now you're earning it on 110. That extra dollar, that's your money starting to work for you. It creates this incredible snowball effect that, over time, can become an unstoppable avalanche of wealth.
Now, as that money snowball of yours grows, you've got to protect it. And the number one rule for protecting your investments is diversification. You've all heard the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's a cliche for a reason. By spreading your money across different things, you make sure that a downturn in one area doesn't sink your entire ship.
That brings us to our next takeaway. The path to real financial independence is built on 2 pillars: using the magic of compound interest to grow your wealth, and using diversification to protect it along the way. So, how did you do? Did you get a perfect 3 for 3? Whether you're a seasoned pro or you're just getting started, remember that the goal here is progress, not perfection. Let's do a quick recap of the 3 keys just to lock in everything we learned.
Okay, number 1, build your safety net. That means getting that emergency fund stocked with 3 to 6 months of expenses. Second, master your debt. Know the difference between good and bad and use credit as a strategic tool. And third, grow your wealth. Harness the incredible power of compound interest and diversification. And that brings us to the final and honestly the most important question, and this one is for you. Now that you know the rules of the game, what is the first practical money move you are going to make to level up your financial life? That's all for now, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe for more like this.